a very, very wonderful opportunity for us to be together celebrating this beautiful festival. And 30th will be the festival at the Soho Temple, ISKCON London. So we'll be making wonderful offerings for Shishirada Landanishwara, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Gaurnitai. So we all are awaiting for this wonderful festival. So now it's an opportunity for us to hear and remember more about Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, all these personalities. So we thought it would be very nice, at least till this particular chapter. We are in the Antilila chapter 6, which is all about Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami receiving the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So every week we will have a bhajan glorifying Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu. So we will get into the verses now. Last class we completed 75 verses. Beautiful narrations we saw. Up to 75 we have completed. So we will start from 76. So today we will be having two devotees who will be reading the verses in Bengali. We have Apu Mataji and also then later Arpita Mataji. So it's very nice to hear the original verses written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So that's why we are making, this effort, to see that devotees can hear the actual verses. And it would be nice also to hear from devotees who knew the language. So it's very nice. And then we'll read the translation as it is given by Srila Prabhupada. So that itself is amazing. So it's like a flow going. We can hear it. And wherever a little bit extra we wanted to share, we will share. So Mataji, are you ready? Apu Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thank
So
you.
let us offer the prayers to, if you can, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. You can say that 3 times before
Jai.
Sisi, and then we will start with the 76th verse. Yeah.
Mataji, you start and
Okay, I'll start. Okay, that's fine. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So we are going to read today Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela chapter 6 from verse 76 onwards. Yes, Mataji. Apu Mataji?
Mataji, mute.
Yeah, okay.
রাঘবে বসাইয়া কুন্তি দেওয়াইলা রাঘব দেবী তো চিরা তাতে ভিজাইলা.
Okay. So Lord Nityananda made Raghava Pandita sit down and had 2 pots delivered to him also. There were 2 kinds of cheap rice soaked in them. So just to give a little introduction here. So we finished last week with everyone were having 2 pots. All the devotees who gathered at the banks of Ganges, in the Panihati, they were all given 2 pots, and Raghunatha Dasa Goswami and nearly 20 devotees, they were all serving this chip rice, chida dahi, chip rice soaked with the milk and chip rice soaked in yogurt. So 2 different flavors were given to all the devotees who were assembled there. So that time, Raghava Pandita also coming there. He is also an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very dear to him. And then he is coming to Nityananda Prabhu and is telling him that I have already cooked the prasadam. I've already cooked and offered. I am waiting for you. I've already cooked and I'm waiting for you to come. and relish it. So then Nityananda Prabhu is telling, I am a cowherd boy. I like to have, I like to eat along with all my cowherd friends. Just like, Krishna and Balarama, we see that in Vrindavan, they had such wonderful pastimes with his cowherd friends. Similarly, here, Nityananda Prabhu is enjoying that Chita Dahi with all his associates. So he says to Raghav Pandit, let me eat this prasadam, and then later at night I will come to your house. So now the continuation is Raghav Pandit was also made to sit there, and he was also given 2 pots of cheap rice. Yes, Mataji.
Slok 77.
Yeah.
সকল লোকের চিরা পুণ্য জবে হইল, ধ্যানে তবে প্রভু মহাপ্রভুরে আনিল।
So wonderful. When chip rice had been served to everyone, Lord Nityananda Prabhu in meditation brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu's potency, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was brought to Panihati. At the time, Mahaprabhu was not there in Panihati. He was somewhere in South India. But then Nityananda Prabhu, by his meditation, brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Panihati Dham. Yes.
শ্লোক 78. মহাপ্রভু আইলা দেখি নিতায় উঠিলা, তারে লইয়া সবার চিরা দেখিতে লাগিলা।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived, Lord Nityananda Prabhu stood up. They then saw how the others were enjoying the chip rice with yogurt and condensed milk. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there, immediately Nityananda Prabhu stood up and offered his respects. So then they both were actually seeing all the other devotees enjoying this chip rice with yogurt and condensed milk.
শ্লোক
79.
নম্বর 79. সকল কুণ্ডির হলো না আরো চিরার এক এক গ্লাস, গ্রাস মহাপ্রভুর মুখে দেন করি পরিহাস।
From each and every pot, Lord Nityananda Prabhu took one morsel of chip rice and pushed it into the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a joke. So wonderful, isn't it? So from everyone's pot, because each and every pot which was given there, so he took one morsel and then he offered it to Mahaprabhu. 80.
হাসি মহাপ্রভু আরো এক গ্রাস লইয়া, তারও মুখে দিয়া খাওয়ায় হাসিয়া হাসিয়া।
So they were having such wonderful sweet exchanges. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, also smiling, took a morsel of food, pushed it into the mouth of Nityananda, and laughed as he made Lord Nityananda eat it. So first Nityananda Prabhu gave, then Mahaprabhu also took one morsel and gave it to Nityananda Prabhu, and they both laughed. And then Mahaprabhu was laughing, seeing Nityananda Prabhu eating it. 81.
81. এই মতো নিতাই বলে সকল মণ্ডলে, দান্ডাইয়া রঙ্গ দেখে বৈষ্ণব সকলে।
In this way, Lord Nityananda was walking through all the groups of eaters, and all the Vaishnavas standing there were seeing the fun. So they were actually walking through all the devotees who were sitting there. What a mercy, isn't it? Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu walking, amidst, all the devotees who were taking prasadam.
শ্লোক 82. কি করিয়া বেড়াই ইহা কেহ নাহি জানে, মহাপ্রভুর দর্শন পায় কোন ভাগ্যবানে।
No one could understand what Nityananda Prabhu was doing as he walked about. Some, however, who were very fortunate could see that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also present. Yes. So, yeah, because many people, not everyone could see Nityananda Prabhu. Only the very fortunate could see. Not everyone could see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only very fortunate could see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence there. Yeah, Mataji, 83.
83. তবে হাসি নিত্যানন্দ বলিয়া আসন বসিলা আসনে, চারি কুণ্ডি আরো আচিরা রাখিলা ডাহিনে।
Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chip rice that had not been made from boiled paddy. So, that is the parboiled rice. So these 4 pots were kept separately, and it was made uh, uh, from raw rice, not from the boiled one. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
শ্লোক 84
Hmm.
আসন দিয়া মহাপ্রভুরে তাহা বসাইলা দুই ভাই তবে চিরা খাইতে লাগিলা
Lord Nityananda offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together the two brothers began eating cheap rice. So now they both
85
walked, and then Mahaprabhu was made to sit. Then together they were eating the cheap rice.
শ্লোক 85
Mm.
দেখি নিত্যানন্দ প্রভু আনন্দিত হইলা কত কত ভাবাবেশ প্রকাশ করিলা
Okay. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating with him, Lord Nityananda Prabhu became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. So when Mahaprabhu started eating, Nityananda Prabhu became very, very ecstatic, and all his ecstatic symptoms could be seen on the body of Nityananda Prabhu.
শ্লোক 86
Mm.
আজ্ঞা দিলা হরি বলি করহ ভোজন হরি হরি ধ্বনি উঠি ভরিল ভুবন
Okay, Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, all of you eat, chanting the holy name of Hari. Immediately the holy names Hari Hari resounded, filling the entire universe. So shall we all say Hari Hari? Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
হরি
Hari,
হরি
Hare
হরি
Hari
Hare,
Hari.
Hare Hare.
Hari Hari.
Wonderful. Prabhu, is it possible to make it, in Kanchan Mataji as two, what do you call,
Yes, yes. Even I requested Mataji, can you? I just send you message, Kanchan Mataji. Can you just make
mm,
me co-host, Mataji, please?
yeah. So it was so wonderful. So how they were eating? They were eating. So tongue has got two activities to do, right? One is to chant and one is to eat, taste. So they were doing both. So they were actually, relishing the wonderful chip rice prasadam, and then they were also calling out the name of Lord Hari. Okay. Yes, Mataji, 80.
শ্লোক 87
Mm,
হরি হরি বলি বৈষ্ণব করয়ে ভোজন পুলিন ভোজন সবার হইল স্মরণ
beautiful. When all the Vaishnavas were chanting the holy names Hari Hari and eating, they remembered how Krishna and Balarama ate with their companions, the cowherd boys, on the bank of the Yamuna. So they were remembering, how Krishna and Balarama, they used to eat prasadam along with all his cowherd friends on the bank of Yamuna. So here on the bank of Ganga, Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu were also, eating the chip rice prasadam along with all their associates.
শ্লোক নম্বর 88 নিত্যানন্দ মহাপ্রভু কৃপালু উদার রঘুনাথের ভাগ্যে এত কইলা অঙ্গীকার
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are extremely merciful and liberal. It was Raghunatha Dasa's good fortune that they accepted all these dealings.
শ্লোক নম্বর 89 নিত্যানন্দ প্রভাব কৃপা জানিবে কোন জন মহাপ্রভু আনি করায় পুলিন ভোজন
Who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come eat cheap rice on the bank of the Ganges. So, who can actually understand Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy? Because Mahaprabhu was somewhere else, but Nityananda Prabhu could bring him to the uh, to Panihati, and then because of that, everyone could have darshan of Mahaprabhu and his blessings.
শ্লোক
90.
90 শ্রীরাম দাসাদি গোপ প্রভা প্রেমাবিষ্ট হইলা গঙ্গা তীরে যমুনা পুলিন জ্ঞান জ্ঞান কইলা
All the confidential devotees who were cowherd boys, headed by Sri Ramadasa, were absorbed in ecstatic love. They thought the bank of the Ganges to be the bank of the Yamuna. So everyone felt the same. The bank of Yamuna to be the the bank of Ganga to be the bank of Yamuna. Yes, yesterday was actually Ganga Puja. Yesterday was the appearance day of Mother Ganga. So in Mayapur and Mayapur Dam, especially because you have the Ganga, Mother Ganga is flowing, so they had wonderful celebration. Um, yesterday in Mayapur Dam, so wonderful. Mother Ganga's. So here you could see that. Um, because all the pastimes of Mahaprabhu happened in Mother Ganga, because Mother Ganga also prayed, that Krishna's all pastimes happened in Yamuna, so she could not get the association of the Lord. So then Mahaprabhu fulfilled her desire by performing all his pastimes on her banks, on her water. Yeah,
শ্লোক
91.
91 মহোৎসব শুনি পসারি নানা গ্রাম হইতে চিরাদধি সন্দেশ কলা আনিল বেচিতে।
When the shopkeepers of many other villages heard about the festival, they arrived there to sell cheap rice, yogurt, sweetmeats, and bananas. So, not only from the village of Panihati, but all the nearby villages also, when they heard that there is a festival happening, and the shopkeepers in those villages, they thought, okay, let us take our commodities. We have now got a good market to sell our products. So they brought all their products like cheap rice, yogurt, and everything they brought from the other villages. 92.
শ্লোক 92 যত দ্রব্য লইয়া আইসে সব মূল্য করিলয় তারও দ্রব্য মূল্য দিয়া তাহারে খাওয়ায়।
As they came, bringing all kinds of food, Raghunath Dasa purchased it all. He gave them the price for their goods and later fed them the very same food. So Raghunath Das Goswami, what did he do? He actually purchased all the items brought by them, and then he gave them also cheap price. In that way. So he paid the money, and also they got prasadam. Yeah.
শ্লোক 93 কৌতুক দেখিয়া আইলো যত যত জন সেই চিরাদধি কলা করিল ভক্ষণ।
Anyone who came to see how these funny things are going on was also fed cheap rice, yogurt, and bananas. So whoever came, whether the someone came to sell their items, whether the someone just came to see what is happening, everyone were sumptuously fed with cheap rice prasadam.
শ্লোক 94 ভোজন করি নিত্যানন্দ আচমন কইলা চারি কুণ্ডির অবশেষ রঘুনাথে দিলা।
After Lord Nityananda Prabhu finished eating, he washed his hands and mouth and gave Raghunatha Dasa the food remaining in the 4 pots. So now, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, already Nityananda Prabhu showered his mercy by giving instruction to Raghunatha Dasa Goswami to arrange the festival. Now he's also giving him the prasadam, which was kept for him, because there were 7 pots kept for Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu Mahaprabhu 8 now is giving the remnants to Raghunatha Dasa Goswami.
শ্লোক 95 আর 3 কুণ্ডিকায় অবশেষ ছিল গ্রাসে গ্রাসে করি বিপ্র সব ভক্তে দিল।
So in that 4 pots were given to Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and of course he takes some of the remnants and then he distributes. Then the other 3 pots, big pots, was given to a Brahmana, and that Brahmana took that 3 pots and he went and distributed to all the devotees who assembled there.
শ্লোক
96.
96 পুষ্পমালা বিপ্র আনি প্রভু গলে দিল চন্দন আনিয়া প্রভুর সর্বাঙ্গে লেপিল।
Then a Brahmana brought a flower garland, placed the garland on Nityananda Prabhu's neck, and smeared sandalwood pulp all over his body.
শ্লোক
97.
97 সেবক তাম্বুল লইয়া করে সমর্পণ হাসিয়া হাসিয়া প্রভু করো এ চর্বণ।
When a servant brought betel nuts and offered them to Lord Nityananda, the Lord smiled and chewed them.
শ্লোক 98 মালা চন্দন তাম্বুল শেষ যে আছিল শ্রীহস্তে প্রভু তাহা সবাকারে বাটি দিল।
With his own hands, Lord Nityananda Prabhu distributed to all the devotees whatever flower garlands, sandalwood pulp, and betel nuts remained. So the mood of Nityananda Prabhu, is always of a service, because we see that Lord Balarama also exhibited the mood of service to Krishna. Even though he was elder brother, he would actually massage Krishna. He would do a lot of service to Krishna. So the mood of servitor. And we see here Nityananda Prabhu also, not only he received garlands, but he also went and distributed the garlands and the sandalwood pulp and everything, to all the devotees. So that's why they say Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Lord Balarama is a servitor Supreme Personality of Godhead, exhibiting the mood of service. And that's why we see all the spiritual masters, because Balarama is Adi Guru, and all the spiritual masters, they imbibe that mood of Lord Nityananda Prabhu or Balaram, the mood of service. And we being the uh, part and parcel of Krishna, our constitutional position being the eternal servants of the Lord, Jivera Swarupa Hoi Krishnera Nitya Das. So our actual identity is to serve, being a servant, serve. So when the mood of service is imbibed, then we see that one can be truly blissful. And we see Lord Nityananda Prabhu is always blissful. So that is, so if someone wants to be truly happy in this world, the happiness comes by serving rather than receiving. That is a true happiness. So when we develop the habit of giving to others, trying to think what I can do for others, how I can help others, how I can serve others, then naturally we become more happy. Um, but when someone is in the mode of enjoyment, or what I can receive, then what happens? There is a lot of disappointments, because when there is an expectation, expectation is the mother of dissatisfaction. But whereas in giving or serving, there is no expectation. It is always to how best I can give, what I can give. So in that, it is always joy only. There is no dissatisfaction. So mood of service, and that is our eternal constitutional position. Just like the fish is happy in the water, when we take out the fish out of water and put it in the land, the fish will die, or the fish, the fish will die because it's not its natural state. It is not in its natural state. Similarly, when we do service only, we can be happy, because that is our original constitutional position. But when we do not, when we don't serve, and when we try to enjoy falsely, then what happens? One becomes very miserable. So that's here the Lord is showing by his own example. And we see the Lord's associates are also, they show by their example, achar and prachar. Yes.
Look,
100.
99.
Oh, 99. Oh,
আনন্দিত
yeah.
রঘু
Yes, yes, yes.
আনন্দিত রঘুনাথ প্রভুর শেষ পাইয়া আপনার গণ সহ খাইলা বাটিয়া.
After receiving the remnants of food left by Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunatha Dasa, who was greatly happy, ate some and distributed the rest among his own associates. The same mood. We can see Raghunatha Dasa Goswami also honored it, and then he also went and distributed. So the Panihati festival is a festival of joy. It is a festival of love. It is a festival of, service. So that is what we also want to follow in our festival also. We honor prasadam, but we want to go around and distribute the prasadam to everyone. That's a mood of service. Yes. And also, now also we have a lot of service like pot making. Some devotees are still making the pot, some are decorating, some are like kind of searching what different kinds of fruit carvings I can make, what different kinds of sweets and savories we can make to decorate the pot. So all that is service. And somebody may be organizing, somebody may be physically doing it, so all this come under the service. So when we do this, we are really really pleasing Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So let us all gear up in our service with a lot of enthusiasm and try our best to make wonderful pots for the pleasure of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Text 100.
Look, 100. এই তো কহিল নিত্যানন্দের বিহার, চিরাদধি মহোৎসব নামে খ্যাতি যার।
Thus, I have described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu in relation to the celebrated festival of chip rice and yogurt. Uh, please don't think that the pastime ended here. The pastime is continuing. So here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that this is a pastime I am describing now about the Panihati festival, but it is continuing now. 101.
প্রভু প্রভু বিশ্রাম কইলা যদি দিন শেষ হইল, রাঘব মন্দিরে তবে কীর্তন আরম্ভিল।
So now what happened is, because we will, in this pastime, we will still see how Raghunatha Dasa Goswami is receiving the mercy. So we are yet to see that. Nityananda Prabhu rested for the day. So what happened after the festival Panihati, in Panihati, this Chidadagi festival happened, and everyone, relished eating prasadam. And then after that night, Nityananda Prabhu went to Raghav Pandit's house, and then he rested there. And then he went to Raghava Pandit, he saw the temple of Raghav Pandit, and he began the congregational chanting of the holy name. So everyone were dancing, all the associates. Nearly there were 45 associates. So what happened was, before coming to Panihati, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was in Jagannath Puri. So when he was in Jagannath Puri, Mahaprabhu instructed him, you please go to Bengal and flood the Bengal with Krishna consciousness. Then Nityananda Prabhu said, I want some associates. I need more hands. So then immediately Mahaprabhu said, you take whomever you want. So nearly 45 devotees, 45 associates joined Nityananda Prabhu. And those days they were walking only. So from Jagannath Puri to Panihati, to Bengal, it takes 1 month. So but what happened was, when these devotees were walking, they were like so much in ecstasy, singing, dancing. They would go few miles off the road, and then they will ask someone, is this a way to Bengal? And they would say, oh, no, no, it's the opposite side. And then they will turn their direction and they will start walking, and again they will start dancing and doing performing kirtan. Again they will be off the road and they will go somewhere else, and again they will ask for the direction, and someone will say, no, 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 you are still, you are 25 kilometers backwards. then again they will walk. So like that, more than a month, they actually danced, sang. In that way they reached the Panihati. So and Panihati, so before starting the Harinam Sankirtan, the Nityananda Prabhu stopped at Panihati. So before going to Raghav Pandit's house, he stopped at in Panihati only. Raghav Pandit's house is there, but he sat under the banyan tree and engaged Raghunatha Dasa Goswami in this wonderful festival. Then he went to Raghav Pandit's house. So he stayed there for a few months, and it's so amazing, which we will see soon. Yeah, you continue, Mataji.
শ্লোক 102.
2, yeah.
ভক্ত সব নাচাইয়া নিত্যানন্দ রায়, শেষে নৃত্য করে প্রেমে জগত ভাষায়।
Lord Nityananda Prabhu first influenced all the devotees to dance, and finally he himself began dancing, thus inundating the entire world in ecstatic love. So Nityananda Prabhu, he inspired all the devotees to dance first, and then he himself danced. And Nityananda Prabhu's dancing is so amazing. Kaviraj Goswami is describing in the next 2 verses. Yes, Mataji.
শ্লোক 103. মহাপ্রভু তার নিত্য করেন দর্শন, সবে নিত্যানন্দ দেখে না দেখে অন্যজন।
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was observing the dancing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu could see this, but the others could not. So we discussed in the last session itself that Mahaprabhu always stays where Nityananda Prabhu dances. So wherever Nityananda Prabhu is dancing, Mahaprabhu would be present, eternally present. So here also, when in Raghava Bhavan, when Nityananda Prabhu was dancing, Mahaprabhu was watching, and Nityananda Prabhu could see Mahaprabhu watching, but not others could not see. Yeah, 104.
104. নিত্যানন্দের নিত্য যেন তাহার অনর্তনে উপমা দিবার নাহি এতিন ভুবনে।
The dancing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, like the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cannot be compared to anything within the three worlds. If Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that I cannot compare the dancing of Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu to anything in the three worlds, how can we describe? It is out of the world. Yes, Mataji.
Book 105. নিত্যেরও মাধুরীকে বা বর্ণিবারে পারে মহাপ্রভু আইসে যেই নিত্য দেখিবারে।
No one can properly describe the sweetness of Lord Nityananda's dancing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally come to see it.
106. নিত্য করি প্রভু যবে বিশ্রাম করিলা ভোজনের লাগি পণ্ডিত নিবেদন কইলা।
After the dancing and after Lord Nityananda had rested, Raghava Pandita submitted his request that the Lord takes supper. So after the dancing all finished, basically after Pani, this I think let me clarify it here. So the festival actually happened in the noon time. Everyone is having this chip rice and soaked in milk and chip rice soaked in yogurt. So they all took this prasadam around the noon time. Then they rested for some time. Then again they danced, and at the end of the night, now Raghava Pandit is requesting, now you please take your dinner. Yes. So that is why
107.
Panihati festival, we see that even our festival also, we do the offering in the noon time. So noon time only this pastime happened, the Chidadagi pastime. And the night, as Nityananda Prabhu said, he took the offerings made by Raghava Pandit in the night. Yes.
107. ভোজনে বসিলা প্রভু নিজ গণ লইয়া মহাপ্রভুর আসন ডাহিনে পাতিয়া।
Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat down for supper with his personal associates and made a sitting place on his right side for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not everyone could see, but he made a place for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there, and together with Nityananda Prabhu relished the offerings of Raghav Pandit.
108. মহাপ্রভু আসি সেই আসনে বসিল দেখি রাঘবের মনে আনন্দ বাড়িল।
So Raghava Pandit, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and sat down at his place. Seeing this, Raghava Pandit felt increasing happiness. So Raghava Pandit could see. Not everyone could see, only very fortunate devotees could see and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence, and Raghava Pandit could see, and he became very happy.
শ্লোক 109. দুই ভাই আগে প্রসাদ আনিয়া ধরিলা সকল বৈষ্ণবে পিছে পরিবেশন কইলা।
Raghava Pandita brought the prasadam before the two brothers and thereafter distributed prasadam to all the other Vaishnavas. Yes.
110. নানা প্রকার পিঠা পায়স দিব্য সাল্যন্ন অমৃত নিন্দয়ে হইছে বিবিধ ব্যঞ্জন।
So what were the items cooked by Raghav Pandit? There were varieties of cakes, sweet rice, and fine cooked rice that surpassed the taste of nectar. There were also varieties of vegetables.
শ্লোক নাম্বার 111 and 12. রাঘব ঠাকুরের প্রসাদ অমৃতের সার মহাপ্রভু যাহা খাইতে আইসে বারবার পাক করি রাঘব যবে ভোগ লাগায় মহাপ্রভুর লাগি ভোগ পৃথক বারয়।
The food prepared and offered to the deity by Raghava Pandita was like the essence of nectar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there again and again to eat such prasadam. So, the another place where Mahaprabhu is eternally present is Raghava Bhavan. where Raghava Pandit and his sister Damayanti Devi, they cook varieties of prasadam for the pleasure of the Lord. So it is also just like wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, Mahaprabhu is eternally present. Raghava Bhavan, he is eternally present. Sachi Mata's house, he is eternally present. Shiva Sangan, he is eternally present. So when Raghav Pandit offered the food to the deity after cooking, he would make a separate offering for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
শ্লোক 113 প্রতিদিন মহাপ্রভু করেন ভোজন মধ্যে মধ্যে প্রভু তারে দেন দর্শন
Every day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat at the house of Raghava Pandita. Sometimes he would give Raghava Pandita the opportunity to see him. So basically, Raghava Pandit worshipped a deity also. So he would offer to the deity and he would make a separate offering for Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu, wherever he was there, he would come there and eat. And then sometimes he would manifest himself for Raghava Pandit to see. Sometimes he won't be seen, but he would come and honor every single day. Similarly, in Sachi Mata's house also, Sachi Mata would every day Mahaprabhu would go and eat the preparations made by Sachi Mata.
114 দুই ভাইরে রাঘবানী পরিবেশে যত্ন করি খাওয়ায় না রহে অবশেষে
Raghava Pandita would bring and distribute prasadam to the two brothers, feeding them with great attention. They ate everything, and therefore there were no remnants left. Because they ate everything, there was no remnants. And in fact, Raghava Pandit, he not only serves with great attention, he cooks also with great attention. So it was mentioned that Raghav Pandit home, there were many varieties of vegetables and flowers and flower, he had a flower garden and everything. But suppose, if he comes to know that there is one nice variety of fruit available in a village which is like 2-3 villages away, he would make effort to go all the way to that village to get that particular fruit or vegetable, so that he can give the best to the Lord. So his mood was wherever the best is available. He would not think, oh, I have to walk so many miles away and get it. I have the similar, say for example, there is a coconut. The local coconut is not that much, but a coconut which is like 2-3 villages away, which you have to pay a little extra money, but it actually tastes very nice. So then Raghav Pandit would make an effort to go all the way, physically taking that austerity and also paying extra money, and that he would bring it home to cook those items. So he was very, very careful. So one time, I think I exactly do not know the details, but something like this, that he was actually brought some going 2-3 villages away and got something. And then he could see that his servant, so he asked him to he gave it to his servant to hold it. Sorry, one second. Yeah. And then what happened? The servant touched the ceiling and his hand touched the offering. So immediately he said, this offering cannot be made. It is rejected, because you have touched your hand on the ceiling and the ceiling may have got dust and everything. And now you have touched the offering. So we cannot offer. So he was with great care and attention. Love means details. If we love someone, then that means one actually naturally puts a lot of attention to the details. So attention to the detail is love. And we can see here Raghav Pandit, how he served present, not just I made some offering and then he gave, but so much details to it, how clean it is, how best it is. So he was putting attention to all the details, and then he would prepare with so much of love. That's why Mahaprabhu would relish whatever has been cooked by Raghava Pandit, because it was cooked with so much of love. Because the Lord is not looking for our rice dal sabji or sweet or anything. They are just a via medium. to show our love. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam asnami priyadatmanah. So the main ingredient which the Lord is looking for is love and devotion. So if that ingredient is missing, if all the other ingredients are there, it is not very pleasing to the Lord. So we see this example also how Vidura served Krishna, with so much love that that the peels, he was not giving the peels. I think his wife, when Krishna went to the house of Vidura, Vidura was like, didn't expect that. And he could not even, give him a nice, comfortable place to sit. And then his wife ran into the garden, is there anything which she can offer? And she could only bring the bananas. And in the bananas also, she gave the peels to Krishna, and she put the actual fruit, in the bin. So because she was so much engrossed in in that love, ecstatic love, to feed the Lord, that she forgot what she's giving, but the Lord relished it. But whereas Duryodhana called Krishna for a royal lunch, so many varieties, it's like a numbering like hundreds. But Krishna said, I'm not obliged to come, to accept your invitation, because there is no love there. It is only to show off. So our offerings, our cooking, every day we are cooking an offering to the Lord. Sometimes it becomes very mechanical because every day we are doing it, right? So it becomes mechanical or rush or this and that, or we are thinking so many other things while cooking. And when we see these personalities like Raghava Pandit and all these wonderful associates of the Lord, how they cooked, how they served, how they offered, when we read it again and again and again, when we hear it, then we become also, more attentive. And also we pray to the Lord that when the day will come, I can also cook with attention to the details, with love in my heart, as an offering to please you. Otherwise it becomes mechanical offering. So this is where, we learn from the pure devotees. We take the inspiration from the pure devotees, and we pray that we can follow their footsteps. So Raghav Pandit was such an exalted devotee, and his offerings were first class. He always wanted to give the first class. And Srila Prabhupada also said, for Krishna, we should offer everything first class. That is the spirit. So that's a mood of these wonderful Vaishnavas. And Raghav Pandit is none other than the Dhanishta Gopi in the spiritual world, serving Srimati Radharani, assisting Srimati Radharani. No wonder, their consciousness, their mood, and their love, they are eternal associates of the Lord. Yes, Mataji. More.
কত উপহার আনে হেন নাহি জানি, রাঘবের ঘরে রান্ধে রাধা ঠাকুরানী।
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so 115. So Arpita Mataji is now taking over. Thank you, Apu Mataji, for your sweet, recitation of the wonderful verses. Yeah, and beautiful singing. Thank you. So now Arpita Mataji has read 115. Okay. He brought so many presentations that no one could know them perfectly. Indeed, it was a fact that the Supreme Mother, Radharani, personally cooked in the house of Raghava Pandit. So Raghava Pandit, whatever he cooked was like nectar, because Radharani personally comes and she cooks in Raghava Bhavan. Yes.
দুর্বাসার ঠাই দেহ পাইয়াছেন বড়, অমৃত হইতে পাক তার অধিক মধুরা।
Srimati Radharani received from Durvasa Muni the benediction that whatever she cooked would be sweeter than nectar. That is a special feature of her cooking. So Durvasa Muni once, when Srimati Radharani was a little girl, she got the opportunity, to render service to Durvasa Muni. So then Durvasa Muni was so pleased, and he gave the benediction that whatever she cooks, that would be sweeter than nectar. Nectar is sweeter, right? It is the sweetest, in fact. But even more sweeter than nectar would be her cooking. So that is why Yashoda Maya knew that Srimati Radharani got this benediction from Durvasa Muni. So she asked Srimati Radharani to cook for Krishna every day. So in that way, Radharani would cook for Krishna every day. This song. Bhaja baka tava chalashi gaurahari. In that song, we see how so many varieties of foodstuffs cooked by Srimati Radharani and offered to Krishna. And we see the name Danishta Gopi also comes there. You know, um, so in Raghava Bhavan, Srimati Radharani is personally cooking. Yes.
সুগন্ধি সুন্দর প্রসাদ মাধুর্যের সার দুই ভাই তাহা খায়া সন্তোষ পার
Aromatic and pleasing to see, the food was the essence of all sweetness. Thus the two brothers, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, ate it with great satisfaction. Hmm. Aromatic and pleasing to see. So fragrance, when something is wonderful means it should taste very nice, it should smell very nice, it should look very nice, should be appealing, right? Food. Sometimes something looks very appealing, but when you put it into your mouth, oh my god, we can't it doesn't taste good. But here we see the food is appealing, aromatic, and very delicious. So the two brothers were relishing it with great satisfaction. Yes.
ভোজনে বসিতে রঘুনাথে কহে সর্বজন পণ্ডিত কহে ইহ পাছে করিবে ভোজন
All the devotees present requested Raghunatha Dasa to sit down and take prasadam, but Raghava Pandita told them he will take prasadam later.
ভক্তগণ আকণ্ঠ ভরিয়া করিল ভোজন হরিধ্বনি করি উঠি কইলায় আচমন
All the devotees took prasadam, filling themselves to the brim. Thereafter, chanting the holy name of Hari, they stood up and washed their hands and mouths. So interesting, no? Before eating prasadam, also everyone is chanting Hari Hari. While eating prasadam, also everyone chanting Hari Hari. Now, after finishing prasadam, also Hari Hari. So fill your mouth with Hari Hari. There is a song. What is that? Hmm, what is that song, Mataji, which is in the morning time they sing now?
হরি হরি
Udilo, Udilo aruna bora babage Dwijamani gora mani jage Bakata samugaloi asade Girle nagara braje. In that it comes Tatai tatai bajalakol. Then the
Ghana
tatai
Ghana
tatai
Baje.
gana
Ghana.
gana baje taere. Then what other thing comes, Prabhu?
It's like Jena Balile. Or something like that. I also
Ah,
forgot.
in that comes fill your mouth with the names of Lord Hari. That's what I wanted to try to sing, but I couldn't get the exact words. But fill your mouth always with the names of Lord Hari. And today is Nirjala Ekadasi, a very special Ekadasi. The purpose of Ekadasi is to chant more names of more names of Krishna. That is the main purpose. One is, of course, fasting. The other one is that we chant as many rounds as possible. And in fact, Ekadasis, we try to chant at least 25 rounds. I think some people chanting 64 rounds, 32 rounds. More we can chant, the more it is better. Because in that song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says that Nama bina kichu nahi ko ara chauda bhuvana maje. There is nothing greater than the holy name in the 14 planetary system. So nothing greater than chanting the holy name. So here also we see that everyone is, after finishing prasadam, they're all chanting Hari Hari. Yes. So now they wash their hands and mouths. Then what happens?
ভোজন করি দুই ভাই কইলা আচমন রাঘব আনি পরাইলা মাল্য চন্দন।
So after eating prasadam, the two brothers washed their hands and mouths. So then Raghav Pandit, what did he do? He brought flower garlands and sandalwood pulp and decorated them.
বীরা খাওয়াইলা কইলা চরণ বন্দন, ভক্তগণে দিলা বীরা মাল্য চন্দন।
So Raghav Pandit offered them betel nuts and worshipped their lotus feet. He also distributed betel nuts, flower garlands, and sandalwood pulp to all the devotees. So first it was offered to Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, then to all the associates.
রাঘবেরও কৃপা রঘুনাথেরও পরে, দুই ভাইয়ের অবশিষ্ট পাত্র দিলা তারে।
Raghava Pandit, being very merciful towards Raghunatha Dasa, offered him the dishes with the remnants of food left by the two brothers. So if you see earlier verse, everyone asked him to sit, right? Everyone asked Raghunath Das to sit. But what did Raghav Pandit say? No, no, wait. So why he asked him to wait? So that now Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu finish eating prasadam, the remnants can be taken by Raghunatha Dasu. See the mood of the devotees, Raghava Pandit's mood. Very merciful. Yes.
কহিলা চৈতন্য গোসাই করিয়াছেন ভোজন, তার শেষ পাইল তোমার খণ্ডিবে বন্ধন।
He said, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has eaten this food. If you take his remnants, you will be released from the bondage of your family. Raghav Pandit very mercifully understands the heart of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. What for he has come? He is desiring in his heart that he want to, take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why he was keep on trying. And now Raghav Pandit, understanding the heart of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, is saying, please take this remnants. Your mission will be successful. Yeah.
ভক্ত চিত্তে ভক্ত গৃহে সদাই অবস্থান, কভু গুপ্ত কভু ব্যক্ত স্বতন্ত্র ভগবান।
The Supreme Personality of Godhead always resides either in the heart or in the home of a devotee. This fact is sometimes hidden and sometimes manifest, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fully independent. So we see that the Lord, the Vaishnavas are the resting place. Govinda Vishram, where he is in the Vaishnava's heart only, the Lord takes rest. So the Lord is present in two places. Either he resides in the heart of his devotee or he resides in the house of this devotee. So at the end of the day, he wants to be only with the devotees. So devotees never want to get separated from the Lord. And the Lord never wants to get separated from his devotees. That is the sweet, loving exchange between the devotee and the Lord.
সর্বত্র ব্যাপক প্রভুর সদা সর্বত্র বাস, ইহাতে সংশয় যার সেই যায় নাশ।
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is all pervasive and therefore he resides everywhere. Anyone who doubts this will be annihilated, because the Lord is omnipresent, omnipotent. So is everywhere he is present. So no one should doubt the supremacy of the Lord. So that is what is Kaviraj Goswami saying. Yeah.
প্রাতে নিত্যানন্দ প্রভু গঙ্গা স্নান করিয়া, সেই বৃক্ষ মূলে বসিলা নিজ গণ লয়া।
So in the morning, after taking his bath in the Ganges, Nityananda Prabhu sat down with his associates beneath the same tree under which he had previously sat. So we saw when the festival was happening, he sat under a banyan tree. So same banyan tree, now Nityananda Prabhu is sitting.
রঘুনাথ আসি কইলা চরণ বন্দন, রাঘব পণ্ডিত তারা কইলা নিবেদন।
Raghunatha Dasa went there and worshipped Lord Nityananda's lotus feet. Through Raghava Pandita, he submitted his desire. So now Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he went there and then he offered respects to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And now he's putting, here the climax is coming. Now he's putting his request how? Through Raghava Pandita. He did not go directly. I mean, he did not say, oh, see, he did a nice festival, right? Sometimes when we do a service, we feel that now I'm eligible, I'm qualified because I've done something now. I can ask for the, I can ask for it anything. But here we see Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, so humble, after feeding all the associates. Now he's submitting his request through Raghava Pandit. He knows, he's very intelligent also. When we approach through a devotee, uh, the Lord will sanction it first. Our file will be taken first. But if we go directly, our file may be looked first or it may be kept at the back also. But when we take a recommendation, one devotee, then what happens when he recommends? Immediately the Lord showers his glance, right? So that's what now he is submitting his desire, his request through Raghav Pandit.
অধম পামর মুই হীন জীবাধম মোর ইচ্ছা হয় পায় চৈতন্য চরণ
I am the lowest of men, the most sinful, fallen, and condemned. Nevertheless, I desire to attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The mood of how to pray, we can see here. You know, um, after doing all this, he says, I am the lowest of men, the most sinful, fallen, and condemned. So, unqualified, basically, I'm worthless. Mm. And what I'm desiring something high. I'm worthless and unqualified, but I'm desiring to attain the shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Um, let's read the second verse.
বামন হইয়া যেন চান্দ ধরিবারে চাই অনেক যত্ন কইনু তাতে কভু সিদ্ধ নয়
Like a dwarf who wants to catch the moon, I have tried my best many times, but I have never been successful. Say there is a moon is there in the sky, right? And if a dwarf, a small person is trying to catch a moon, is it possible? No, he'll definitely fail. So he says that like a dwarf. So he's comparing himself to a dwarf and the moon. Moon is Mayapur Chandra, Mahaprabhu. So I'm trying to take his lotus feet, shelter of his lotus feet. But I tried many times, but I've been always unsuccessful.
যতবার পলাই আমি গৃহাদি ছাড়িয়া পিতা মাতা দুই মোরে রাখো এ বান্ধিয়া
Every time I try to go away and give up my home relationships, my father and mother unfortunately kept me bound. Go ahead.
তোমার কৃপা বিনে কেহ চৈতন্য না পায় তুমি কৃপা কইলে তারে অধমেহ পায়
No one can attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without your mercy. But if you are merciful, even the lowest of men can attain shelter at his lotus feet. So here he is glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. My dear Lord, no one can take shelter of Mahaprabhu. But if you shower mercy, then there is a possibility that one can get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So even if someone is the lowest, no qualification, most sinful, most wretched, but if Nityananda Prabhu's glance is on that person, then sure, guaranteed that he will get the mercy of Mahaprabhu.
অযোগ্য মুই নিবেদন করিতে করি ভয় মোরে চৈতন্য দেহ গোসায় সদা হয়
Although I am unfit and greatly afraid to submit this plea, I nevertheless request you, uh, sir, to be nevertheless request you, sir, to be especially merciful toward me by granting me shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I know that I am so unfit, but I'm even fearful to put this plea because when I'm unqualified, I should not even ask for it. But sorry, my dear Lord, you please be merciful, and then you please help me so that you give that a blessing so that I can take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. So generally when prayers should be in the mood of humility. Sometimes when we pray and repeatedly for something and it is not happening, And then when we go and pray the Lord, how many times I prayed, my dear Lord, why it's not happening? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this service, I'm doing that service, I'm putting so much effort, all these things comes up, and then we boast ourselves. Instead of glorifying the Lord, we say about what we have done. But here you see the great devotees, they have done everything, they are fully qualified, but their mood is that I'm even afraid to ask this, because how can I ask when I'm not qualified? That's their true spirit of humility, and that attracts the mercy of the Lord. So these pure devotees are showing, by their own character, their example, how one should approach the Lord to put our, the request or our desires or our prayers, how it should be, following the footsteps. Yes.
মোর মাথে পদ ধরি করহ প্রসাদ, নির্বিঘ্নে চৈতন্য পায় কর আশীর্বাদ।
Placing your feet on my head, give me the benediction that I may achieve the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without difficulty. I pray for this benediction. So he's begging to Nityananda Prabhu, my dear Lord, please, kindly shower your mercy, because without your mercy, it is not possible. So I'm begging at your lotus feet. You shower, put your lotus feet on my head.
শুনি হাসি কহে প্রভু সপ্ত সব ভক্তগণে, ইহার বিষয় সুখ ইন্দ্র সুখ সমে।
After hearing this appeal by Raghunatha Dasa, Lord Nityananda Prabhu smiled and told all the devotees, Raghunatha Dasa's standard of material happiness is equal to that of Indra, the king of heaven. So now Nityananda Prabhu is glorifying Raghunatha Dasa. He's actually highly qualified. He's presenting himself unqualified, but material happiness, is compared to that of Indra's opulence he has got. And then he goes on.
চৈতন্য কৃপাতে সেহ নাহি ভায় মনে, সবে আশীর্বাদে কর পাউ চৈতন্য চরণে।
Okay, so we'll end with this verse. Because of the mercy bestowed upon him by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunatha Dasa, although situated in such material happiness, does not like it at all. Therefore, let every one of you be merciful toward him and give him the benediction that he may very soon attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now, Nityananda Prabhu not only showered mercy, he's telling all the Vaishnavas or to also shower the blessings. So here the point is that a devotee is always eager to receive blessings from other devotees, despite being personally qualified in many ways. That should be the spirit. Our mood should be always begging for blessings. Because our life, whatever so far progress we have made in our spiritual life, is only because of the mercy of the Vaishnavas, the mercy of the spiritual master. So if that mercy is withdrawn, what would be our position? That's it. So we always need the blessings of the Vaishnavas, and we see that in Srila Prabhupada's life also, how his father would always ask, if any saintly personalities come to their house, please bless my son that he can become a servant of Srimati Radharani. So our mood is to always seek the blessings and mercy of the Vaishnavas. That's the spirit we want to develop. And we can see here, Nityananda Prabhu, not only he just gave blessing, he says all the Vaishnavas also, to give the blessings. So we are all made of, we are made of mercy of Vaishnavas. So we need mercy of all the Vaishnavas to go forward in our devotional life. So we can see here how important is that, and Raghunatha Dasa Goswami's this pastime is showing the importance of the mercy of spiritual master, the importance of the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Then only one can get the mercy of Mahaprabhu or Krishna. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. So we finished till 135. Many more verses to come. Very sweet pastime. So we will continue next week. Thank you, Arpita Mataji. So wonderful it
Thank you,
was.
Mataji.
Very bold. So over to Ranjani, my Prabhu, for the announcements.
Very much. Thank you so much, Mataji, for amazing. I hope and pray that all devotees' heart is getting filled with sweet pastime and sweet dahi chida they are enjoying in their mouth, and the way it has been explained. So, Mataji, is it okay if we can take some questions? Meanwhile, devotee, I would request you can write your takeaway points. Meanwhile, if any
Any
devotee would like to have any.
realizations? Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Any realizations or comments they can write. Till they write, you can go ahead with the thing, Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. So maybe I'll complete the announcement. So
Yeah.
is that okay, Mataji?
Yes,
Then,
yes,
yeah,
please go
we
ahead.
don't have much announcement for
No
this.
problem.
So hope you can see my screen here and some of the highlights from the last week. And I would request devotees can share any realization, any point, any verses they like, any discussion amongst the devotees while reading the Chaitan Chaitamrit, different Nityanand Prabhu and the devotees. So they can write anything, which I can read it out for all the pleasure for all the devotees. So meanwhile, I'll just go through the some of the announcements. So this is for the Food for Life. So thank you all the devotees who came last week and participated in the Food for Life Seva. Yeah, so this MSF training, it's like quick one. I already announced last week, but it's still it's happening on 21st and 22nd. 22nd is Saturday. It's like theory and practical with amazing leaders will be available over there. So it's a nice opportunity to be participate and a part of marathon. Yeah, just a reminder for the Chida festival. So gear up if you have not completed your pots. And yeah, so deadline is approaching. So, and here is the schedule. So that's one of the announcement for Saturday, 29th of June. Hare Krishna. I hope today everyone had blissful Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi. And this is just reminder for tomorrow. You can join the session again before breaking the fast and be in the association of the devotees, and then after you can break the fast after chanting rounds with the devotees online. So yeah, and yeah, so some of the announcement with respect to the festivals coming. So 17th today we have like Pandava Nirjala Ekadasi, and 19th we have Pani Hati Chida Dahi festival. So that's the actual festival on 19th, but we are celebrating on 29th and 30th in temple and Hinault. 21st is like Jagannath Snan Yatra in Puri, which is happening over there. And 21st June is disappearance day of Sri Mukunda Dutt and Sridhar Pandit. And 22nd is like disappearance of Sri Shyamanand Prabhu. So those are like Madhav Tithis and special Vaishnava Tithis are there. So that's all. So some devotees have pasted. I will read out for.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a quick question.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
So, any of this disappearance day, is it fasting is there or?
No, Prabhu. Those so some special days we get like half day fasting, but the which I just showed you now, we don't have any fasting. But yeah, we are happy to chant some extra round on the some spiritual seva we can do still.
Thank you,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prasanna Prabhu. So, so Kushumata has mentioned such happy occasions many times. They were saying, "Hashiya, Hashiya."
They're very blissful,
Nice,
huh?
Mata. Yes, yes, Mataji. Mataji, I have one question I meant to say, like meanwhile, if you permit. So you're mentioning about that taking the blessings of the devotees. So Mataji, what generally it happens like? I mean, it's like if you can explain in bit little in deeper way, like when you said like Krishna takes when we give our prayers through some devotees. So what actually happens in that? Like why Krishna takes so fast if we put our petition through devotees and ask the prayers? And second question is Mataji, like when we ask any devotees kindly pray for us or me, so how does it work? Like sometimes devotee may or may not pray, but how if we are telling them, and so how those if just we say can you pray for us, it does works, or they should pray, or like how it works, Mataji? If you can explain these 2 points kindly in short,
Yeah,
please.
thank you, Prabhu. One is that you said why that it gets Krishna is looking into that file very soon, because it is like someone very dear. It's like say if you're in a place also in a normal this thing also, we have you know they do a lot of interviews, different rounds of interviews. Finally, there is a recommendation, right? Like what do you call reference has got weightage, you know. So similarly we see here the devotees are very very dear to Krishna. So that's why even the songs also, when we sing the songs of the Vaishnava acharyas, then Krishna is saying, oh, these lines are sung by my very pure devotee. And then immediately, oh, who is singing that? So then let me shower some blessings upon that person, because the Lord is always wanting, just like the devotees always want to serve the Lord also want to always want to give pleasure to the devotees. And when someone becomes dear to that devotee, then that's it, his life is successful. And we see this pastime, the Duki became Sukhi, in Mahaprabhu's pastime. She was just a servant maid in the house of Shiva's Thakur, and she was just doing very simple menial service of taking water from Ganga and just keeping it and doing some household duties. But Mahaprabhu noticed it, and then Mahaprabhu also gave a benediction. You know, everyone in your house, including animals, the servant maids, animals, all of them will get Krishna Prema. Hmm. Just imagine, just because they are connected to Shiva's Thakur. So that is a great mercy one gets, even though even an animal gets, just because that animal is in the house of Shiva's Thakur. So this is what happens. And we get connected to a devotee, and Krishna sees that, oh, he is very dear to me, and whoever is connected, I will give all the mercy. And in another place also, I forgot the name of the devotee, he says that everyone in your village, you are so dear to me that everyone in your village are so dear to me, and they will get Krishna Prema. This is what happens. So our only effort is that how I can become dear to the pure devotees, how I can serve them so that their heart gets pleased. And you ask, this is a connecting complementary question. Yes, of course, we ask people, please pray for me, please bless me. Yeah, that is okay. But also, actually, blessing comes naturally also when we go and serve some devotees very sincerely, even without asking. Asking is good, we should ask, but even before asking also, when we serve them with sincerely from our heart, then their heart will become pleased. When their heart becomes pleased, naturally they shower the blessings. They may not even verbalize, but when their heart gets pleased with the service what one has rendered, then that itself is a great benediction upon the devotee, and Krishna will shower immense blessings. That's why they say serving pure devotees is important, because when their heart becomes happy, just like when any Vaishnava becomes happy, see, normally also, if you see, when a marriage ceremony is happening, what do people do? They call all the people, feed them nice food, because when the food is served, everyone becomes happy. When they become happy, naturally they feel, oh, let the family be happy. Like that. So that naturally comes. So they nicely feed everyone, serve them and all that. When we serve pure devotees, what happens? Their heart becomes glad, and that time, when their heart becomes very happy, and when they actually want to shower the blessings, Krishna is fully showering blessings upon that person. So there is no need to even ask, oh, please. Already the blessing is provided, but of course we should ask. So the best way of receiving blessing from the Vaishnavas is not just asking, but to do something tangible. So when we do something tangible service, blessings comes like unlimitedly. So that is why we should grab the opportunity whenever there is an opportunity for service, in whatever way, form it is possible. When we do, naturally it will touch the heart of a devotee. When the heart of the pure devotee is touched, means Krishna's heart is touched, because in the heart of the pure devotee, who is residing? Krishna. So naturally all the blessings comes. So that's the way we see Narada Muni, when he along with his mother, uh, he served all the Paramahamsas very sincerely, and naturally their heart became so filled, they showered immense blessings. And that's why a servant made servant became the great Narada Muni, the great saintly personality. So it is all blessings. So our the best thing we can earn in this life is the blessings of the devotees, and that comes, yeah, asking and getting is one thing, but serving 100% sure we will get it. And also asking also, even if the devotee, for anyone for that matter, if say for example if they have not prayed, but when we have put the petition, Krishna is sitting in their heart as Paramatma. This is what I heard, that say for example sometime we write to our spiritual master but we don't get any reply, but we have done our part and Paramatma knows. Then we see that reciprocation comes in one way or other, in other form it comes. So we have to do our part. Whether the other person did it or not, we don't have to worry about it. But from our side, we have to be very sincerely, very humbly, and genuinely. Genuinity is very important. Genuinely, honestly, when we offer, when we actually request, when we submit our request and our prayers and we offer service, then the reciprocation comes. Hope I answered the
Very
question.
amazing explanation, Mataji. Thank you so much with practical, how to do practical instead of just asking. Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank
Mataji, some devotee has put the takeaway. I'll just read it out, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you.
So Shanta Kumar Prabhu has mentioned, Hare Krishna, mercy of Vaishnava made me cry. Without Srila Prabhupada mercy and Vaishnava's mercy, what is our position would be? Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Shanta Kumar Prabhu, for your sharing your heart. Very well, Prabhu. Aruna Mataji mentioned, only with spiritual master and Vaishnava's blessings we can progress in spiritual advancement. Second point, the Lord always loves to stay in the devotee's heart and devotee's house. So staying in the devotees association is very, very important for everyone. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Mataji. It's like Mataji was explaining, like, Tumhare hriday sada Govinda Vishrama, Govinda kahena mora, Vaishnavera pran. So exactly you have mentioned the same point, Mataji. Thank you. Prasanna Krishna Das Prabhu has mentioned, Hare Krishna Mataji, I like the point describing the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami. He had so much opulence, he never took pleasure. He was considering himself lower and he was just wanted shelter of, say, Lord Lotus feet. Yes, absolutely, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your brilliant point, Prabhu. So, Mataji, is it okay? We can get beautiful darshan of Jagannath on
Yeah.
Ekadasi.
Definitely. Today, being Ekadasi, they had a Abhishek. Yeah, Prabhu, I'll just connect this one and then I will join in the other one, Prabhu. Yeah?
Ji, Mataji, ji.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, Mataji, we can see now. Yeah. जय जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय श्री श्री
জয়
गौर की श्री लड्डू गोपाल की जय राधा माधव की श्री पंचतत्व भगवान की श्रील
জয়
प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
হরি হরি বল
হরি বল।
So Hare Krishna devotees, hope you had a blissful darshan now and hope you have very nice Ekadashi today and fast breaking tomorrow. Uh, thank you so much, Mataji, for a wonderful session and beautiful
Yeah.
darshan of Lordship.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhu,
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much,
all.
Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.